We're going to do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. Today is a huge day too, as we have Mars has shifted into Capricorn. This is all about relationships. In fact, expect your relationships to get kind of hot, fiery, and passionate during this time, but it's going to bring up a lot around relationships that's going to carry on through that 111 portal Capricorn new moon energy on the 11th. This is a time where relationship contracts are coming up, as Capricorn is quite serious about relationships, long-term commitment, and even soul bonds. If your connections are no longer serving you, they may have run your course, and you're being guided to kind of integrate those lessons and to move forward into the new. If your relationships are going really good, you might be taking these relationships to the next level of commitment, whatever that might look like for you. Capricorn is all about family as well too, and connections. So we have a lot kind of coming up during this time, and that's because this Capricorn energy, because we're in Capricorn season, but also this Capricorn new moon is gonna kick off a new cycle, and even a 6-month cycle when it comes to your relationship. So right now you should be planning the future. If people don't look like they're part of your future, they may not be, right? So if you're making plans with someone else, this is amazing energy for that. If not, they might not fit in your future, and things may have run the course right now. So we have a lot coming up around healing your connections right now, and even soul contracts. You're the common denominator in your love life as well too. And so it's important to realize you always have a choice with how these soul contracts are going to play out as well too. But let's just go ahead and do a reading for the divine feminine. We're also in a meteor shower, quaternid meteor shower. This is important too, because we can expect fireballs and bright lights. This is actually the first celestial event of the year, so expect shooting stars. I always love meteor showers because they're amazing for manifesting and kind of adding to the energy. So today is a special day astrologically. It's one of the first celestial events of the year. It is a day for healing, manifesting, and doing activation work and working on yourself. Now, Capricorn is like, I always think of it like boss of the zodiac, right? It's like get stuff done, right? So we have a lot kind of coming up right now that's going to help shift us into this new year that we've entered into. We're no longer playing it small. We're going after our goals, ambitions, things we want in life. This is important. Now, here's the hard part. Sometimes you're needing to clear a lot to get there constantly, right? So we have that energy going along. Okay, so we're going to use the deck that I made, a deck of tarot cards. I love these cards, right? But they're also for manifesting union. You'll notice they're all very positive to help you with manifesting union. I haven't put them up in my shop yet. I'm getting ready to move on Monday. I've bought a house. I'm now a homeowner. So I'll probably put them in my shop. I haven't really decided, but I'm loving the cards. I'll definitely be making another deck as well too. These are more kind of like separation, manifesting union deck, I call them, specifically for twin flames. So let's just go ahead and do a reading for the divine feminine and see what's going on first. Just a quick reading. See what is going on. And real quick, while I'm shuffling the cards, make sure you guys are checking out my website. I always say do a twin flame reading, but that's the least you should be doing. I always recommend doing healing sessions. I'm an energy worker. I will help you with raising your frequency. This is going to help a ton no matter where you're at, healing different things. If you're in a twin flame separation or in a union, I do twin flame coaching. Great for working you out of the separation. Individual sessions with you so we can work on different things. All the work I do is very spirit guided too. So check out my website. If you need a reading, just book a twin flame reading on there. I always say make sure you do too, because this will not shift on your own. A lot of you guys sit around, not to pick at it, watching videos and scrolling. This will not shift anything. You have to do that deeper work to manifest anything that you desire in your life, especially twin flame union. So make sure you guys are doing that work to shift things. If you need a shift in your life, we should be kind of working on things. So we have a lot coming up for clearing too, as mentioned. But let's just go ahead and start with the divine feminine reading to see what is going on. Only in losing you did I realize what I had. The divine feminine has gone through so much loss, and this is okay. We talked about clearing energies. You might perceive it in the 3D as having lost a lot. like everything. It could have been years back, things that you've gone through in your life. That's okay. This is like the ultimate clearing work. And you can never lose anything that was meant for you as well too. So sometimes while we're doing this clearing work, you know, we're not realizing the process in the physical. This is literally realizing what is important and what has stayed, what has not left in your life. So the universe has taken you through this lifetime of ascension. It's the deepest spiritual work that you'll ever do. You've had to let go of a lot of people, situations, maybe even hopefully toxic habits and things not serving you. It's changing you as a person. We have a lot of change coming at us. I was joking around and saying I don't like change, right? Okay, we have a ton of change in the air right now. This might make you a little uncomfortable as we're getting ready to move to that next level, especially between now, January, and the spring equinox. We're going to be really going through a huge level up, but sometimes this can make you a little uncomfortable. It is okay. These changes are for your best good. You can never lose anything that is meant for you, as I said. So just kind of pay attention to what is in your life right now. It's very important. We will come together once fully healed. So sometimes, and I feel you don't get out of this without some of the healing that has to happen between twin flames. Because honestly, it's not always about physical union. It's meant to be, but a lot of people don't even acquire that because of the healing journey that we must go through to reach first inner union and of course the outer. And so it's a lot of healing that comes up. Oftentimes, if people are in separation, it's from the flaws, the healing being triggered, and things that you're being shown, and it can get intense. It could take twin flames years to balance their energies together. And sometimes that's what happens in separation. Separation is up to you though, as to the work that you're doing. It's never up to the twin flame. They're always that mirror reflection of you. And so it just kind of depends on the level of work that you're doing too. So if in separation, this is because you have things to heal. Now, I always see people, because I work with so many twin flames, and it's why I'm getting good with the healing and with relationship stuff, especially twin flame stuff, right? Because I work with a lot of people. I'm always studying reality and figuring out how things work at this point in time. And then I get to work with a lot of people, and I see a lot of people where they'll say always that they want union. You'll always want union with your twin flame, especially the physical union. But if you're still getting triggered or having things come up or a lot of emotions, triggers, upsets with your twin flame, then you're not ready on some level too. So I see a lot of people at the same time where they might be upset with the karmic way that things played out, how things went. You can't always understand the separation. I feel most of the time I've seen it's past your control. It's always on the other side, right? And things like that. And this is like the universal plan of it to make things happen in your life. Because if you could control it, it wouldn't have happened, right? But it happened on some level. So if separation has happened, it's also meant to happen and it's planned out. And you'll say, why? To get you to heal. And this is where the purge comes in, and the upheaval and the tower moment and the dark night of the soul and all these energies that have come up that you need to process. And then you're being pulled back to be by yourself for a moment too. This is like the whole thing is like solitary, working on yourself. And sometimes it could be different reasons, but it's so that you can get more, we'll say secure, because we want to talk secure attachment, secure by yourself, or to heal certain things or to work on yourself. So if in separation, the best thing that you can do is to really work on your healing, bettering yourself, getting your glow up, right? Working on yourself on every level too. I close my eyes and feel my energy around you. I'm with you all of the time. And this is where the twin flame union happens in the higher. And so we talk about the 5D. Sometimes it is a feeling. And so we're having this 3D experience. And I think like angel numbers are a good example of this. You're seeing tons of angel numbers around. This is a higher level. It could be how you feel things, you perceive the spiritual, and it could be source. It could be, you know, other things spiritual, right? So we have the physical realm, which we're all kind of trying to anchor in, but sometimes you're trying to be in the spiritual. And then we have the spiritual dimensions, the spiritual realms. In the higher, you're always together. So your twin flame is always around you. They are part of your guides. And you'll say, what? Yeah, they're on the higher. Sometimes it's the 3D that we're not computing with, but on the higher, they're around you. You might feel them in an angelic way. You might be telepathically connecting with them. You might be sensing their energy and then thinking of them much like you would in the spirit as well too. So they're always around you. They're always guiding you. They're always helping you in some level. Your doubt, fear, and worry is blocking union. And so this could be, and we talk about different things that are triggered within this connection. Sometimes, and I was telling someone, they were asking me yesterday about fear, so I'll kind of go into this really quick. I said, pay attention to what's coming up. It's not just the word, right? Like, is it real things coming up? Because sometimes we can get worried when we're under pressure, we're moving through a lot. Is it something you need to take care of? Something coming next? Oftentimes our fears are something we're going through. Or is it, I don't want to say imaginary fear of the future and things that haven't happened. There's a big difference, right? It can be normal when we're going through a lot of stress and change, because we do have, of course, the change card coming up as we talked about for the Divine Feminine. When we're going through big changes, it can be normal to have this stirred up. I look at fear, like if it's just coming out of nowhere all of a sudden, it's like a purge, right? It's like, oh my God, sometimes you might really go into it. You're fine all week, and then you have a night where like the fear comes up and things like that. So look at it like these are things that are coming to the surface for healing and hopefully clearing too. It just kind of depends on where you're at within your own inner process. Oftentimes connected to upheavals in our life, things we're going through, concerns as we're going through our path and stuff like that. And this is important. I feel that when we have these core fears, they might be connected to different kind of things. So, okay, I don't want to go too into it, but I was having dreams on some of this stuff and I should. So a lot of people, they might even have a fearful, I don't want to say fearful avoidant, but it can be any combination, like a fearful attachment style or an anxious attachment style. And I know we've probably been taught that we just have one attachment style, but I really think and encourage you to look back at each connection that you have with your parents. So you have a mother and a father. What kind of connection did you have, right? You might have a mix of both, because if you had one parent that was very kind and loving and another you probably avoided and were fearful of, you're going to have those two combinations, right? So maybe you had a, really strong connection with the one parent. You might have an anxious attachment from there, or the fearful. And it just kind of depends. Most people do not have a secure attachment style. This is why we see so many people that are having connections and relationship problems. Now, when you're with someone more secure, it makes you more secure, but then there's the combination of coming together with other people with messed up attachment styles as well too, and it can bring this out more. So it could be something from a relationship issue too that can trigger that too, but I think we should pay attention to it, of what's going on if we're feeling fear or things like that, because it blocks our manifesting. Now, we sit and we think a lot, right? So you're sitting and thinking, say you're worried that something will happen in your relationship, it will, because we're manifesting all of our thoughts. Like I was trying to explain to someone and they didn't want to hear it yesterday, that our thoughts create our reality. So when we're thinking negative thoughts, the external plays it out. Your twin flame is part of the external reality, right? There's you and there's the external reality. So when you're sitting thinking something, there's like a 99% probability it's going to happen, that you're controlling all of your reality. This is where we get into our own universes and reality and consciousness and things like that. And your twin flame also shares your consciousness, so they're much more connected to you than you think. So if you're having a lot of fear and worry and things like that, that can go out there and mess up your manifesting and things like that. So I keep checking my phone, right? It can mess up your manifesting. If you want to shift your external situation, you have to shift your internal beliefs and your thoughts. And this can be very hard work. This is where the inner work comes in. This is where I come in working with you guys too, because I'm very aware of, these patterns, because you guys are so in it. Sometimes you're not, right? You've been thinking the same thing and in the same reality for a long time. This is where doing that deeper work with someone that can help you to shift these beliefs and shift these energies, because they're just energies and things like that. And it will slowly change your external reality and what is playing out with your twin flame. But if you're in a really negative mindset and you're just, this is the way things are, they're still like that, right? And so this is where doing that inner work is coming in. You're being guided to change any fearful thoughts, beliefs, and things like that. These are connected with thought forms and things that play out. You're going through a lot of changes that can be normal while you're going through these changes. To have a lot coming up. Things got fast and intense too fast. And this is what happens with twin flames. Generally, you guys pick up right where you left off in past lifetimes. It's like, ooh, there you are. Let's do all this. And it very fast can like take off, right? And it feels really good and things like that. And then sometimes the split or the separation happens again, triggering separations that happened in past lifetimes that were permanent for that incarnation and things like that. So it's very painful also to go through this process. And sometimes it can be confusing for people too when they're left on their own, like, what happened? Like, I thought we were perfect together. What happened? And this is part of kind of the healing process that comes up too. Just kind of know that. So things are very intense, and oftentimes that's why separations happen, because it can be very intense to bring these energies together on that energetic, physical level. You lit a fire in me I can't explain. And this is what happens too, because they do ignite your whole life, your energy and your whole life in a certain type of way. And sometimes we got this flame energy, and then it's like the burnt out flame, and being guided to do your own work and to reignite that. And I feel that's a part of the process. I saw an awesome video on that of like both flames burning really, really bright and then burning out completely. Like you've been burned to ashes, right? You've had your entire energy body, your life burned to ashes, and then the feminine reigniting the masculine as well too. So I feel that really much is part of the process too, because that fire can get intense and it's gonna, transmute a lot. I need to do some soul searching on my own. So then I see, because I get to work with a lot of people, and you might feel like, hey, I don't even need my twin flame anymore, especially if they're not giving me what I need, which is basically just love, like you need in the physical love, right? And I see a lot of people getting on that level, like, okay, I'm gonna go get my sexy back. I'm gonna go work on myself, right? Because if I'm gonna be alone through this separation and they're kind of in the background and not coming through or not doing what they should, maybe I'll go be by myself anyway, because I'm by myself now. And I saw someone me a message last night kind of getting on that level, and I was like, okay, when that needing this person kind of goes away, it's like then you're truly ready and have integrated some of these lessons. And I do feel it's a part of it too, because sometimes we're kind of getting hung up on this stuff. So it just kind of depends on where you're at. You're being guided to very much work on yourself though, and to put some of that energy into yourself. Some of you guys might be single from this experience, having a hard time dating or moving forward. That's okay. In divine timing as well too. It just kind of depends on your process. Just kind of depends on where this other person is at too. All right, so we have a lot of sacral energy, feeling bad, even guilt from the past, regret about how things have gone. As we talked about, everything is played out as it should within this connection, but we have a lot of sacral healing that's happening, healing your energy, healing your money. So I talk about the sacral as, yes, it's our relationship chakra, but it's also how we heal finances, how we spend money, how we save money, right? And things like that. And so I think this is important too. Healing your sacral chakra will help you to heal your connections and things like that. All right, so needing to do more self-love, divine feminine, and this is taking care of yourself and filling yourself in every way, filling your own cup, taking care of yourself, putting that energy into yourself, living your best life this year. I think this is so important because we've done a lot of different journeys that we're all on, but a lot of the same of like clearing and healing and integrating these higher energies. This is about, living your best life right now and making things happen, especially this Capricorn season. I said it's literal boss up, level up your life energy right now. It's all about career, jobs, and leveling up every area of your life, even your relationships right now. Okay, so we have a strong magnetic attraction chemistry. This is like the sex level, but everything more too. Some people might confuse it because there's such a strong physical attraction. Trust me, in the physical, you guys won't be able to stop touching each other, keeping your hands off of each other, because there's a very strong magnetic pull to each other as well too. All right, well, not feeling hot, you kind of repel your twin flame. When you're feeling that glow up and feeling sexy and feeling good and I'll say exuberant and high energies, you're going to really attract your twin flame to you too. So you have this strong magnetic attraction. I've never felt the passion so intense, and this is why it can get very intense. So we have this very strong energy, even sexual energy. Well, Mars in Capricorn, it is all about sexual energy when it comes to our Mars sign, but it's also about what we're attracted to and what we desire sexually coming up too. So we have a lot of romantic feelings. You might be in love with this person. You might be in union with this person. You might be in a relationship with this person. You know what I mean? It depends on where you're at. We have falling in love, but a lot of emotional energy coming up. And this is the Divine Feminine reading. So clearing that emotional energy, negative emotions create negative karma, become negative experiences in our life. And clearing these things if you're feeling quite emotional. Just kind of depends, because this is just a general read for everyone. Depends on where you're at. That's why I always say do the one-on-one sessions. You can do them as often as you want. They're all going to help you a ton with going into this stuff and clearing things. You're in between worlds right now. And this is important too. It could represent kind of being in between the 3 and the 5D. You're kind of outgrown. You've kind of outgrown it. You've gone from that caterpillar to the butterfly, but you're kind of trying to hang out in caterpillar world and you're not really fitting in there, but your wings are new and you haven't quite figured out how to fly. You're like, so you're kind of trying to, this could represent trying to go back to the old. I was saying yesterday, that's one of the most toxic things that I ever did in my life at different times, is keep trying to look towards the old or make the old work, right? Like you've outgrown things, you're not going to make the old work. So this is an important message too about moving forward and letting go of the old, releasing the old in your life. Okay, so we have 9 of Wands. Something is draining you. And then we have the masculine energy. You might feel that too. If you're putting too much of a focus on your twin flame and not enough focus on you, you're feeding them all their energy and you'll notice they start to do good, right? And even kind of might even take on a lot of your qualities and things like that, but it's draining for you. And so this is why it's important to have good balance too. So we have this kind of energy going on. This is Divine Feminine, has their walls up. Fight or flight mode. When I talk about that, I feel it's like the runner mode too and things like that. So we have walls up. You might even feel like you're being triggered on this level. It could be pushing away your twin flame, could be runner stuff coming up, and maybe their energy is draining you in some type of way. If they aren't healing certain issues or moving forward fully in their life, it could be kind of draining for you right now. Pay attention to that. We have the World, and this could represent different things, but oftentimes it's the ending of karmic cycles. I mean, it can represent a ton of different things. It can represent travel, my favorite, right? Travel, making things happen, but it's also wrapping up a karmic cycle. We're going into a new cycle with this 11th on the 111 porthole, new moon on the 11th. It's a new cycle, and this is important too because it's going to start a new 6-month cycle for your love life. So you might be closing things up, wrapping things up, ready to move forward in your love life in some type of big way. We have something is going to happen. This could be a lot of movement. Like if you felt, and I love this because it's after a delay and it's also the holiday sign. So we have, and this is important too, that like after the holidays, things feel a little stagnant. We're picking up the pieces and moving forward. Some of you guys might have a holiday hangover and you're kind of like, okay, moving forward, right? It's winter time, but this is like moving fast and things happening. We're in Capricorn season. It's huge for manifesting within the material. This is like home energy, work energy, relationship energy, covering everything, right? So things are going to move fast, and this is a twin flame reading. So with your twin flame, if they've been delayed, blocked, stuck, things haven't been happening on their end, it can represent a lot of movement on their end and on your end. This is a destined connection. We have the Star card, and this is important. This is also paying attention to your dreams and the ones that you want to manifest. Your dreams, your destiny, and this is like things playing out. So even if you think that things are happening negatively in your life, they're part of your greater destiny. When the universe steps in, it can feel kind of chaotic or moving you forward, or, you know, things falling away, things happening past your control, but it's always trying to shift you towards your greater destiny. So this is a destined connection. You know, this is a twin flame reading, and it's, you know, up to the universe how things will play out sometimes past our control. But what you can do is you can heal and stay in a higher frequency so that you're more magnetic and align more of what is for you as well too. But oftentimes we have a lot of purging that comes up that can make us feel like we're falling back on our spiritual path. If you guys have gone through some type of separation with your twin flame, you might feel like it put you all the way back, having to start over again. And that's okay, because you're going to have a lot of ups and downs in life. This happens energetically, spiritually, and even financially, where you can have, you know, moments where you're kind of moving through life. It just kind of depends. Something destined for you. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, and this is also stagnation. If nothing is happening with things, because we have the not moving forward, you might feel like you've been stuck a while in this situation with your twin flame. If they're not moving forward, if things aren't moving forward, you might be guided to let go of this and see how things play out on a bigger level too. And so like this. All right, so we have these two cards that are very important. We're going to wrap up the reading with for the Divine Feminine. Page of Swords reversed. This is lacking clear communication, being defensive and being negative. Now, this is your masculine, and this might be that they are not facing certain things. They might be very negative in their communication, being cold, closed off, and things like that, and that's okay. It's basically kind of immature energy, right? So if you've been like trying to move things forward and feeling like they're not, something coming up on their end, but it's affecting you because we have this 9 of Pentacles energy, and this is the divine feminine energy. So it's representing you. And this is lack of independence. This is like being lazy, not doing the work, and lack of freedom. If this relationship has had you tied down, confined, not moving forward in some type of way, important that you are letting go right now of this attachment to it and kind of moving forward. This is a pentacle energy. This is, reading has shown me several times that this is affecting your romantic life and your financial life. Something in this connection has you stuck. It could be stuck on this person, but maybe because this is like stuck on not doing the work to move things forward. We talked about you're capable of manifesting anything that you desire into your reality, but it's going to take hard work. But also, it's not always just the 3D type of work that we're used to. This is manifesting work, spiritual work, staying positive. So it's important also that you're kind of releasing expectations and attachments to this person and this connection right now. It's going to help you with healing your finances and healing your love life in a big way. Does this experience or this person have you from fully, maybe not fully being yourself or free on all levels? Can even indicate maybe controlling energy? Or maybe you feel that this person's been kind of controlling things too. Could be with communication too, because we had that coming up, or how things are going. All right, so we're going to do a spread for the divine masculine now, just to see what is going on. I just kind of come on here and do quick videos. So let's start with the divine masculine. Do a reading for you guys and see what is going on. I got healings and activations I'm doing today after my videos. Make sure you guys are booking them on my website. It's a great day to do healing work. We talked about today being a celestial event, so it's amazing for manifesting. And that's why I use these energies. If you guys are trying to heal, manifest stuff, you want to be tapping into the right energies, right? You want to be tapping into the good energies for it. So today is a powerful day, as we talked about, first celestial event of the year. Great day to book some healings. Today, and then the 8th, and then of course the 11th. I don't have my stuff up for the 11th. I'll have them up soon on my site though, but I do have a ton of stuff up for today, and of course the 8th. So big shift days. Today is a big shift day. Let's start with divine masculine reading. I desire union just as strongly as you. They might have a hard time showing their feelings. We talk about this, and this is like the masculine, I don't want to say curse, right? Where they've been taught to not show their feelings and to act hard and things like that, but they want union with you just as much. They might not know how to complete their own healing journey, wrap up things. The biggest block to not being in union, so this is like a not being in union sometimes message, is needing to do more healing and to wrap up things karmically and stuff like that. So it's their own kind of things. Healing certain things that they have going on. They do want you just as badly. They might be doing defensive mechanisms, that's ego, pushing away, keeping you out, right? Whatever it is. I came to Earth just to be with you. A lot of you guys forget that too, that you wouldn't have signed up for this planet. This is why there is the eternal searching for your twin flame, the longing. And I see a lot of people, it's like they just go date and things like that. And you probably will until you find this person. You're looking for someone specifically. This is why twin flames, oftentimes when you meet your twin flame, you can't just go date someone else. You'll be like, oh, they aren't the one. They're wrong on this level. You have an inner knowing of your twin flame and their qualities. And this is from past lifetimes, but it's in the soul. This is why you'll know it in the eyes too. When you're staring at this person's eyes, they will activate something in you. I need a break to heal myself. Masculine, needing to work on your own healing. Outside energies and circumstances got in the way. No more excuses though. We're not doing the excuses, the blaming, victim circumstances, right? Everyone has a chance to work on their own ascension path And this is important too, that you're going to have to work on your life and your path and up level certain things, right? This is everyone's personal ascension. Some people are farther ahead in their spiritual path and their ascension, and some kind of a little bit more behind. It doesn't matter. You're needing to work on your own path and your own spiritual ascension and your own energy. Getting rid of the things that are lowering your frequency for the masculine. I manifested you once and I will manifest you again. You might be trying to manifest your twin flame or to manifest union then by the looks of these cards. You might have manifested them in the first place, prayed for them, put out, intentions of what you wanted, and this universe has brought this person to you when you're ready. But this may be something that you're trying to manifest, being with them or union. No matter how far we wander, we're always energetically connected. This is the red string of fate, right? We have the red string of fate that connects souls. And this is important as well too, because you're connected energetically. And this is how you find each other, because we are all corded. I know, right? So the people that you've learned with, you're very corded with. This is why we say to cut your cords, clean your cords up. Oftentimes when you have it and you go into the twin flame connection, you're bringing a lot of energy that you're connecting with other people. You got to cut your cords. Now with your twin flame, this is a cord that remains, and this is so that you guys can find each other no matter where you are incarnated on planet Earth. And these are deep connections. They're also soul bond connections and things like that. So deep connections with the cords. There was a lot left unsaid between us, and this is important too. And so this could be their feelings if they're having a hard time expressing themselves or opening up about their feelings and things like that, probably because of ego. And this is their pride and ego has blocked this connection or gotten in the way in some type of way. And that's okay, but we have that kind of energy. All right, so I just wasn't awake enough for our connection yet. You're waking me up, and there may be areas that this person needs to wake up. I always equate being awake with honesty, needing to get honest about their life, their situation, and things like that. And then we got to the bottom of what's going on. All right, so we have addiction energy, fear and anxiety. Get rid of your addictions and you'll see just what these, I don't want to say entities are feeding on, because each addiction is attached to that, right? Some type of attachment. And so this is clearing addictions, and this might be things that you've struggled with for a long time, drugs, alcohol, or other obsessions. But there's a lot of fear and anxiety around this twin flame connection. This is stress, depression, restlessness, ways that you might be having kind of a spiritual depression because you're having to clear a lot of energies, and just kind of depends on your level of awareness of how good you're at doing that. And this is a fear energy of the connection. This could be blocking the union if you feel things haven't shifted into union. It's your own fear and things like that. It could be commitment. I see that huge, not being able to commit. So we see avoidant types. Most guys are avoidant type, and this is like not being able to commit on some level, commitment issues, intimacy issues, not being able to fully open up with this person, as this kind of love is going to be different. It's going to leave you wide open, and this person is going to see you deeply and things like that. And you might be used to superficial. So we have also this dating energy of it, right? Maybe you're wanting to be single, you're wanting your freedom, you're wanting to date still with the divine masculine, or maybe you are dating other people and things like that. But we also have this, you're being tested through this too. So you probably have females in your inbox. I talk to all of these masculines, right? You have females in your inbox that are trying to date you or trying to have sex with you and things like that, because you're being tested too. So we have that kind of energy around you too. And this is this is the crushes, this is admire, attraction, and having suitors. And some of you guys like that kind of attention, and it throws you off your twin flame path though as well too. So you have this, you're being tested. Be careful for the karmic feminines that are around you, as you know, some of them, that's why they're there too. You're being tested too. All right, so we have chaser energy. You might feel like you're chasing your twin flame. I say the roles will reverse as well too. So if you were the runner for a long time and you pushed your twin flame away that much, they might be done with you, or they might, right? You might be suddenly like, oh my God, what have I done? And feel like chasing this person, or maybe you're ready to get serious and they're not around as well too, because it's chaser energy, right? Or this could be, you know, different ways. Those roles will play out interchangeable in different ways as well too. You might not like your divine feminine taking back their power if they're doing that from you as well too. So this is important too. Make sure that you're not chasing things. If someone doesn't want a connection with you, it'll be hard to hear, but they don't, and they might not be the one as well too. Or, you know, we have this reciprocated energy too. It's like about equal give and take within the connection too. Relationships are about that, about the amount of energy you're putting into it too. So this also can represent that your divine feminine thinks you haven't put enough into the connection. Okay, so we have a lot of values. This is differences around money. You're needing to really take care of yourself, your energy, and to find balance, and also take care of your finances right now. You're responsible for that too. And so a lot of times this can create imbalances in relationships. Your divine feminine is not happy about the situation, about how things are going. There is that energy on the other side of it. No matter where you're at, doesn't matter your situation, masculine, your divine feminine is not happy with things. This is taking a chance. Leap of faith. Maybe you were meant to leap off of your timelines or take a chance and you haven't. It's roll the dice. It's like it's being called out on some type of level as well too. And so you have unfinished business. There's things to resolve in this connection and to discuss. There's something coming up as barriers in this connection that you guys really need to talk about. Expect unexpected outcomes with things though. This is the things not going as you planned. This is things not going as the feminine plan too. It might be why they're not happy with you as well too. So we have, I said, Capricorn energy is all about making plans for the future. If you don't see someone with you in the future, don't be with them. Like that's the energy of January, right? Oh my God, we're making plans. And you know, if you're making plans with yourself and you're with someone, they're probably not for you, right? So we have 8 of Swords, and this is your divine feminine, once again feeling stuck, but this is also a lot of mental stuff going on with anxiety, feeling powerless and things like that within the divine feminine energy as well too, kind of things going on. So we have this King of Wands. You're going to get a lot of energy right now. This is making plans and taking action, motivating others, high confidence, and this is all about social status. Now people see you, but this is all about making plans. Remember, this is a twin flame reading too. You guys should be planning the future. It's a part of coming together and manifesting it. All right, so once again, we have a crush energy, romantic proposal, love messages, and things like that. And this could be from your twin flame making an offer to you, or it could be from someone else's. You guys know that you guys have had to balance a lot of connections too. In separateness, if you guys aren't ready for your twin flame or they're not ready for you, you will go on and you will date other people. You're not going to just stay stuck in limbo forever over this connection. You will have karmics that will appear on your path as well too. So this could be new love with a karmic. It could be getting it together with your twin flame. We have Ace of Cups. Watch out for fake love. And then once again with the karmics. And this is, you know, this is also repressed energies and hesitant to open up to love. Masculine is not opening up to love or no love, and they don't really care about it at this point in time. And it could be, you know, looking at other options or not fully ready for this union or for this person too. Okay, so we have 3 of Swords, and this is past heartache. Releasing the pain of the past, overcoming hardship, recovery from sadness, and healing from a heartbreak, ending a third-party connection. Being guided to clear the karmics from your life. This could be past relationships or something going on in the background with you now with karmic feminine energy as well too. So this is also healing from karmic energy. This is the third-party card, right? Things being flipped upside down, old wounds, hurts, things like that. Queen of Cups, feeling kindness and compassion, supportive, deep feelings, unconditional love, femininity, in touch with your intuition, balance, empathic, and in love. Your divine feminine is the awakened feminine, where they're trying to help you with your awakening in some type of way, right? It's an empathic energy. They can tune in and sense you and things like that. But it's also important that you're doing the inner work, because this is showing that you're stuck on past relationships, not opening up to this energy or to this person in some type of way. Karmic justice, the truth being revealed, order being restored, receiving karma, being fair, legal matters being resolved, family issues. Okay, so we have karma, and it's here for a reason. It's like what you've been doing to people comes back to you, and it doesn't feel nice, right? So this is like the energy flipping in your life, and it could be completing different things and stuff like that. It could be old cycles that are coming up, because we're talking about closing out old cycles as we're moving into a new year. But this is a twin flame reading as well too, and so it is you feeling everything that you've put your twin flame through on your end, and it is a balancing of your energies. So you know, you're always tuned into your divine feminine energies in some type of way. There's a lot of blocks and hesitance that have come up on your end, and you might have even been kind of hurting your twin flame in the process, and now you're feeling that hurt. You're having it returned to you. So your energy is always returned. So it's showing you didn't care a lot about this, and maybe now you are because you're feeling it in some type of way. But this is the truth coming up, and this is, I say, you get more clarity as you walk your path. So, you know, maybe early in your union you weren't seeing things clearly. You should be. Now you're getting more clarity. This is the revealer of truth, the balancing, right? And being fair kind of card. We talk about karmic justice as being fair with people in some type of way, and finding balance within your own energies as well too. This is past karma has come up for you, and it could be past life karma or things from your past, and it has you stuck in some type of way, especially within this union as well too. So it represents needing to wrap up, heal, or complete some type of karmic baggage that has you stuck within this union or from union in some type of way, creating energy blocks within your system. Because when we have things like that go on, we have a lot we feel energetically. So this type of karma that you have been going through is going to bring up a lot of healing for you, but also it's going to show you the energy blocks and ways that you need to clear more energy. All right, I'm going to go on that note, but have a beautiful day. Enjoy yourselves. Around if you guys need healings or readings, just book me on my website. I also teach classes like Reiki and Sekhem, and I'm always trying to get you guys into this stuff more. Check out my Reiki classes too.